Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another week. Thanks for joining. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you start your message with the letter Q if you want me to see it once the chat gets going, otherwise it gets lost amongst the chats. Welcome. I don't have a plan today, as usual, so ask your questions. Let me know what you want to talk about. Start a conversation in the chat. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do still have the RØDECaster Video S here plugged in. I'm actually going to use it tomorrow for a workshop I'm doing. So I'm going to load in my OAuth graphics into that and use that for the class tomorrow. That'll be a 5-hour long webinar. I hate that word. 5-hour long workshop on 24, so it'll be just a webcam into the computer, and simple graphics wise. I just really have a logo screen for like the break and stuff. But am I on a different mic? No, it's pointed at the wrong thing. It's pointed away from me. Here, let me show you what's going on. I had tilted it away from me because when I was filming the video for the RØDE Creator Awards, they said that no other microphone could be in the shot, and you couldn't see any branding on that mic, but it also was clearly not a RØDE mic, so I pointed it away from there and I filmed it with this. Yes, I was a finalist in the RØDE Creator Awards this year, but I did not win, sadly, the category. And but what they did was, for all the finalists, and there were about I think it was like 5 or 6 finalists per category, they asked everybody to film a little like 60-second video saying thanks, as if you had won, so they didn't have to tell anybody who won ahead of time. So I filmed that, sent it in, and then I was waiting on the live stream just like everybody else to find out if I had won. So anyway, that was why the microphone was off, and now it should sound better. Why do I hate the word webinar? I don't know. It just sounds silly. It sounds very corporate. It sounds, yeah. Anyway. Can you post your link for the RØDECaster S? Oh, thanks. Yes, I will drop that in the chat right now, because I should be on. Oh, and I will show you how to find these links as well. Generally, if you go to this link that I'm going to drop in the chat right now, you'll see a page that has a little search bar. And you can type in whatever you want, like RØDECaster, and it will search through my affiliate links. And it looks like, for some reason, the RØDECaster Video S is not showing up there. So let me fix that. I bet it's that it is missing the little slash through the O. Yep, that's what it is. So here is the RØDECaster Video S link. I got a good URL for that one. If you search for RØDE without the slash, then you'll see it. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Oh, and the other thing I should mention is if you don't need to get it from B&H or... Oh, yeah. So that link is directly to the RØDE brand store, where I actually get 20% affiliate commission for the rest of the year. So that's like, thanks, because that's like $100. If you order it from the RØDE brand store. If you get it from like a B&H affiliate link, then I just get my normal like 2% or whatever. This is the B&H link. No matter, you're the winner on ours. Well, thanks. Who won in my category? I had never heard of this person, but yes, it was the gear and tech category, and they only post iPhone videos and iPhone reviews. So they should have made an iPhone category separately, I feel like, because it's very hard to compete against interest in consumer electronics versus streaming gear, which has definitely not hit the consumer level of interest and popularity. So channels that talk about streaming gear like mine get far fewer views and subscribers compared to consumer electronics channels like iPhones and TVs. Oh, speaking of, you know who else is doing a live stream right now is Caleb from Caleb-rated. And I don't want to click on it because it'll flag it as a he'll see I stole his content in his YouTube analytics. He probably won't mind, but he is doing a live stream right now, and unfortunately, it's at the exact same time as mine, so I can't join and say hi. But he has a good amount of viewers already, 446 on the stream. Impressive. So. Yeah, 20% is amazing. I can't believe they can do that. I mean, I think what it is that normally they would be paying part of that to the distributor like B&H, right? So if they're selling direct, they don't have that cost themselves. So they can pass it on to affiliates. Oh, now it's showing me usernames today instead of channel names. Totally random. I didn't change anything. Sometimes YouTube shows me people's names, and sometimes it shows the usernames. So for Benny says, I'm building a T9 keyboard. I want to reset the step to step 1 when I press another button. Building a T9 keyboard out of what? Like from scratch? I have no idea. I've never done that before. I've used a T9 keyboard. I used to be really good at typing messages without looking at the keys, and just pushing. I would know where all the numbers on the keypad were and be able to, without looking, tap the right number of times on the letters to type out an SMS 160 character max length message long ago. And now everything's touchscreen. You can't feel around on a keyboard anymore. It's really sad. Gwen says, think about getting a Part 107. Can you talk about your experience getting yours? How hard was it and how long did it take? Oh, yeah, for sure. Also, speaking of affiliates, there is a link on my main website to the course that I used, which I absolutely, absolutely highly recommend. Let me grab this affiliate link. Part 107 training. And this is also a very valuable affiliate link. So if you do sign up for it, I appreciate it because it actually nets me quite a bit. So I went through the Pilot Institute class in apparently 2022, which feels like a long time ago now. And this is a very good class. The instructor is very knowledgeable. There's a guarantee, so you will, if you don't pass the test by the time you take it, you get a refund on what you paid for the course. So if you go through the course, you will pass the test, essentially. Claims that it's 15 hours of videos. I don't remember how long I actually spent on it. I think I want to say it was over the course of about, was it 1 month or 2 months? Now I'm kind of curious, and I'm going to find out because I actually think I have logs of that, if I can find it in my time tracker. If I can remember what I called it. Was it? Was it? Oh, this is getting worse. They keep adding more things to this toggle app that I do not like. I don't want to see your workload thing. I want to see 2022 when I was studying. There we go. So, okay, right. I remember what it was. So in January I started, and I got through about, it looks like 11 hours or 12 hours of the content, and then I didn't work on it for a while, and then picked it up again in June to finish it off, and that was another 18 hours. And so that was a total of 30 hours going through the material, studying. It wasn't just obviously watching the videos, but like between that and the practice tests and stuff like that. But essentially I did it in a month, or two, depending on how you count. So definitely not bad. And the process of actually taking the test was a little complicated because you have to go to like a actual testing center and like make an appointment and put your phone in a bag that's locked and like all that stuff. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad. I do recommend doing it. I should probably actually so every 2 years you have to like redo not the full test, but you have to recertify online. It's just like an online quiz. You don't have to go to a testing center every 2 years, but you do have to take the quiz, and it is open book. It's not nearly as strict, but you have to just like every 2 years, update that. So I had to do that last year. And it's actually a really good idea to do that because the regulations do change quite a bit over the years. And there were a couple new things, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff by next year. So I'm probably going to go back through the Pilot Institute content for the next one instead of just skimming like the I don't remember what it was that I even looked at for the 2-year renewal, but anyway, yeah, I recommend it. It was it was not too bad. Oh yeah, the DJI ban is scary. I hope they sort this out, because I'm gonna be very upset if that actually lands. T9 was a predictive text. The basic 3 letters on one key isn't. Oh, really? Shoot. What's it called then? What was the one before that then? Yeah, because I was talking about the tap, the number, like, why am I forgetting the name of what it was then? Yeah, because as soon as it got predictive, it was faster if you were looking at it, but then you couldn't do it without looking because you wouldn't actually be sure what it was going to do. 3 letters on one key, you're old. LOL, yes. What is the DJI ban all about? Who knows at this point? Nobody knows. Am I getting the Mini Extreme ISO G2? I'm not going to buy one myself. I don't really need it here. I have a totally fine setup for my own streams. I don't need to change it. It's honestly a little bit shocking how many years I've had this stuff at this point, the setup that I'm using right now. But it's just humming along, so no need to change anything there. And for the occasions where I do something outside the studio, I definitely have enough gear now to do those. So the RØDECaster Video S and the video are going to be probably like my go-tos for conferences and stuff. Not that I have a lot of those planned. Or if it's going to be on a bike, it'll be probably the Magewell Director Mini. And but yeah, the one thing I am excited about the Extreme ISO G2 in general. I think it makes a ton of sense for a lot of things. And the most exciting part of it, I think, is the fact that it has the Thunderbolt connection to the computer that lets you run graphics directly into it without having to have the extra box. Which is still actually a problem with RØDECaster Video. That's like the missing piece, the one missing link there that would make it perfect, is some way to do computer-fed graphics other than OBS with the little converter box. But yeah. What do I think of the Osmo Action 6? Oh yeah, I saw that. Everybody's videos came out last week about that. It looks like a solid camera. I'm not sure if it's like actually worth upgrading from the 5. I think upgrading from the 4. It probably is worth it for upgrading from the 4. But the biggest differences, as far as I can tell, are it's a variable aperture, little bit of variation on it, but that's cool. And but then it has the macro lens attachment, so you can screw on the lens and then get really close up with a blurry background because it has a wider aperture. And the square sensor. So in not macro mode, in regular mode, it shoots with the square sensor, which means you can, crop in 16:9 or vertical later if you are framing your shot properly. But that's also a pretty cool thing. And sometimes that's called like open gate on the bigger cameras. So cool feature to see on the little cameras. So yeah, looks like a solid camera. I'm gonna try to not get tempted to buy it myself and wait for next year. Marcio says, I'm using a GoPro, but it's overheating. I'll get the Osmo to replace it. I would 100% say at this point, the Osmo Action line is a better GoPro in every possible category at this point. You don't need the like giant extra media mod to get video out of it. It's got the stabilization is just as good, or if not better. It's got the wireless mic connection to the DJI mics. It's got, yeah, it's far better at this point. So, the live streaming from it's still not great, like any action camera, but that's not the point of those anyway. By live streaming, I mean the actual like pushing an RTMP stream out of the camera is still a pain. But the trick of taking a USB-C dongle that you would use on a computer to get HDMI out is great. So much better. The $80 off for the 5 Pro makes this tough decision. Is that the DJI Action 5? I mean, the 5 is still a good camera. It just doesn't have the two main new things. So. Okay. Where was I? In the chats. Any Black Friday deals I'm considering. So I wasn't super excited about it this year. I feel like there's just been a lot of things that have been perpetually on sale at this point, and it's really hard to tell if these deals are real or not. I've also definitely noticed that, well, here's a good example, actually. This is a very good deal, but let me drop this link in. This is the DJI Mic Mini. Is on sale for $60 right now on a lightning deal. That is a very good deal for the 2 transmitter combo. However, they did just launch the DJI Mic Mini 2. So this is the older model now, technically. So let's see if I can find the Mic Mini 2. I don't know if it's on Amazon yet. I think it might be only on the DJI website. So DJI Mic, where is it? Oh, wait, I'm wrong. No, DJI Mic 3, that's what it is. DJI Mic 3 is basically the DJI Mic Mini 2, because it's got the tiny transmitter, and the receiver is bigger, but it's got the tiny transmitters. So is it the successor to the Mic Mini? I don't know. But you know, it's got like the recording feature built in recording. It can pair with 4 transmitters, you know, built-in recording in the transmitter. So it's clearly like an upgrade compared to the original Mic Mini. But the Mic Mini is, I still like it a lot, and $60 for that kit is actually a really good deal. So, but it wouldn't be a tech product without a confusing name and number. I agree. But what I was going to say was, what I actually did buy, because it was on a very, very good deal, is another battery. So the Anker Solix batteries, they usually drop around this time, but they don't usually drop throughout the year until this time. So if you look at the price history of these, this is the Anker Solix. This one is the new version, new gen, which is also important because sometimes they only discount the previous gen one. This is the second gen of the C1000, and this is the one that I carry on the bike and ran the slushy machine or the whole live streaming gear. And $349 is a pretty good deal for that. It is not normally that price. Sometimes it's discounted to $400. But the other one I got, which is a much bigger investment, is the one for the house. And this is the F3800. And if you are going to buy this one, click that link, because that's a lot of Amazon bucks. This is the giant battery with the expansion pack, and no, 56% is not real. However, it is usually not actually this low. Usually it is down here. So 45 or 4,000, you know, it'll drop throughout the year, but this is the first time it's ever been that low. And it's rarely actually at $7,000. So that is actually a crazy good deal on that. And I got one because I was waiting for this to drop, and that will now run the house for several hours. Speaking of the house, so I got the power monitoring set up on the house. So I'm going to eventually get monitoring for every single circuit in the circuit breaker box, but those involve, because they're the little things are rings you have to put the wire through, and that involves actually taking off the wire on the breaker, and my electrician didn't want me to do that. I probably can do it, but he didn't want me to do it. I'm technically not allowed to anyway. But no, I can do it on my panel, owner occupied. I can't do it on the other ones. But anyway, the one for the main wires that come in from on the main line are clamps, so you don't have to unscrew anything. And I was like, whatever, I can do that. I can just clamp the things around it. So I did that, and now I have stats on how much power the house is using, which is super, super cool. It is showing me the house is currently using 7 amps of power. I think it's mainly the 2 sets of server racks. Each of those is about, well, one of them's only 180 watts, so I don't know what the other usage is. Once I get it on the individual circuits, I'll be able to tell what this actually is. But then you can see over time, you can see the fridge turning on, those little spikes, and then this crazy spike is the instant hot water heater. which goes up to, it'll spike up to like 180 amps. It's crazy. So that's very cool. Anyway, now I can see how much power the house is using, and in real time, every couple seconds, it pushes an update. And now I want to do that for this panel also in this house, so I can monitor the studio. And the solar panels are working now too, and you can see how much power the solar panels are generating, which is not very much because it's very cloudy today, but it is very cool to see them go. On the larger stats page, you can see that was a very cloudy day, and then here, this was a more sunny day. So it's still winter, so it's not like a ton of energy, but you know, we actually generated more power than the house used during the day there. And this was when the solar came on, and that was when I connected the power monitoring. So it's only been a couple days, but it's very cool to see it. Move-in date TBD. Where it's looking like the things we're waiting for are the sprinkler going to come and put in the sprinkler heads still. Don't want to have him walk around all of our stuff to do that. And the elevator guy is coming in for the dumbwaiter buttons, but that he can work around because he just needs access to the doors. So really, it's just the sprinkler guy we're waiting on at this point, and then we can start moving things over. What precipitated GoPro's fall from grace? It's that's a good question. I think it was, yeah, actually Andre has I was going to say something similar. So the media mod is the thing that gives it the HDMI out and microphone in, and it is I don't have it next to me, but the size of the GoPro has been getting larger, and then once you put the media mod on it, it's even larger. So it's almost like the size of a phone at this point. It's ridiculously big, but it's also like $100 for something crazy like that, just to put this case around it to give you HDMI out. And every time they change the size of the GoPro, they have to make a new version of it, or they change the size of the GoPro and you have to get a new battery. And it just feels like over the years, they've been just trying to squeeze out extra purchases from people without really any other thought of like making slight changes. The only thing that's been the same the whole time is the GoPro, like the trademark GoPro mount, right? Which everybody's copied because it's so universal at this point. But everything else is like you have to buy whole new accessories, and the upgrades they do every year are getting less and less significant as well. Yeah, they used to have HDMI out built in. They took it out after the Hero 7. Hero 7 was one of the ones I had. I think I skipped the 8, or maybe I skipped the 9. Anyway, I had a Hero 4 and a Hero 7, and that was the last one with HDMI out. So it is like, it's obviously not as good of a camera as the newest ones, but at least it has HDMI built in. And yeah, so I don't know. It's just been a slow, just not impressive updates and not doing things that would actually make it better for people. In the meantime, DJI has been coming along and done like really good updates to their cameras, and the wireless mics that the DJI has that pair with the cameras are great, and it's just a much better and cheaper ecosystem at this point. Which microphones are better, DJI or Rode? If you're talking about the little wireless mics, you mean? So I haven't used the newest version of the Rode wireless microphones. They just did another update on that, and I haven't played with those at all. I think they're probably all roughly the same at this point. I mean, all this stuff is has gotten really good, and even like the $20 wireless mics are surprisingly good for being $20. And I think the more significant thing is the ecosystem and how they connect to things. So the the DJI mics I like a lot because they pair directly to the DJI cameras, and so you can record directly into the Pocket 3 or the DJI Action cameras, and that's super cool. So I like that. And on the other hand, the Rode mics pair directly with the RØDECaster Video or the RØDECaster Pro, which is really good for that. So I think that's the more significant thing, is like, if you're finding that you are regularly using a DJI camera, you probably will want to go with the DJI mic, not the Rode mic, and then have to adapt it to the camera, which is possible. And that's exactly their plan with it, right? Is like, make it work with their stuff so that you buy their mic. But I think that's more important than any of the quality differences, because honestly, these things are all good at this point. Yeah, Hollyland too, good microphones, for sure. And they have less direct compatibility with stuff though, so. Why am I monitoring current in amps and not power in watts? I have both on there. I just think of, sometimes I think of power in amps and sometimes I think of it in watts, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's because the breakers are all rated and the wiring is all rated in amps. So I think of it that way when it's like, oh, I'm getting close to the limit of 15 amps on this circuit or whatever, right? But appliances I usually describe in watts, and yeah, I don't know. But that's why I made both on my dashboard. On this page, yeah. So I have it in amps here and in watts there. It's the same graph, but just different numbers. The solar panels do report, I think, only in amps, but then they run a meter in watts exported, kilowatt hours exported. I don't know. What am I using for power monitoring? So it's weird. It's a weird system. But now that I have it set up, I like it. It is, let me grab the link. I don't think I can make an affiliate link for this, because it's just from this website. It's called Green Eye Monitor. It is, there's several parts to the system. One is this gray box, which is the actual, this thing. This is where you connect the sensors that go around the wires into. This thing is a very low power device. Let's just say that. And it is, got some crazy firmware on it. This company clearly like wrote their own software layer on top of what is in this that came with only a Chinese interface. But they wrote their own layer on it that actually looks a lot better. But it's still bizarre how it works. It's extremely low power device, but it's actually really good. Because if you, let me see if I can pull it up so I can show you. Yeah, no, that's the dash box. Where is the actual device? So there's this box first, and then there's a separate box that's like more like running a actual Linux stack that is essentially a logger. So the gray box will push stats in real time over to this logging box. And then that one is where you can see reports like this. So this is it's more like, I think it's running Linux. And that gives you these stats of like usage today, total consumption, and channels. So here's where I need to eventually get all the other channels connected. But I was trying to find the actual devices that are doing the monitoring, and now it's not working. It's not showing up for some reason. Oh, I guess I have to log in. Some of it is visible logged out, some of it is not. There we go. Energy monitors. So these monitors, once they show up, if you go to port 8000, you have to, this is what you see, and you have to enter setup mode, which like stops it broadcasting data to the logging box, and then you're in this mode where it's like the internal network stack is no longer able to communicate to the logging box because it's busy communicating to this web interface. It's crazy. And you have to actually click the exit setup mode button for it to flip back to monitoring. This web page is also extremely fragile and will break often. And if you click like too fast, because the box is so low power. And if you go to not port 8000, which is the custom interface, if you go to the one that's on port 80, you'll see the really crazy interface. This is the one that is the Chinese interface. And anyway, super weird device. And now I have to go exit setup mode so I can go back to logging. But it's great because once this is up, like once this is running, it's not going to do anything wrong. Like it is got one job, and it's just going to do that job as long as it can. So it's not going to randomly crash because of a network glitch or whatever. Like it's great. So then it pushes data to the logging box, which has a more complicated network stack in it that can do multiple things. And then that one also forwards the packets to Home Assistant. So I can get all the data in Home Assistant. So it's all local, all in the network. It does not rely on the internet at all. None of these things actually even talk to the internet. It's all local monitoring. It's great. So I can go play around in this UI, which is fine, but not great. But what I was really excited about was being able to get it into my Home Assistant energy dashboard, which is much more friendly. And also I can do more things with it, like pull stats out to different places or make triggers based on when things happen or whatever. So that is what I'm using. And eventually I'll get all the circuits connected into that. Well, I'll make a map of your floor plan and plot heat maps of current utilization per room. I can't do it per outlet, but I can do it per circuit, which is not necessarily correspond to rooms, but like a couple rooms share a circuit. But yeah, I'm going to do something like this for sure. Buy the one that fits your workflow. Yeah, the microphone. Oh, this is a good tip too. One thing I add about picking a brand, if you're not already invested in one and not sure which to pick the brand most of your friends and colleagues use so you have someone you can ask for help. Good point. David says, I'm looking forward to seeing a company develop generative AI to implement for solo live stream content creators where the caliber of automation and production replaces a production team. It does feel like we're getting to the point where that's possible. I think the question is more, is there actually a market for it? And who will justify the effort of doing that? Because I think it's actually going to require specialized training on live stream content in order to be able to mimic it. My OBSBot UVC to HDMI is about to turn up version 2. Is it a problem that the specs say it's HDMI 1.4 instead of 2? That shouldn't be a problem. It just means that it's not going to be able to give you whatever features HDMI 2 have, which I think doesn't. I think 1.4 can do 4K. Not that you're going to do 4K on this, but it should be fine. HDMI is pretty backwards compatible. Neil says, as the production team, I disagree. Also, probably not going to happen in the very near future. I agree. It's not something that you can just repurpose the existing training data that they've done. I think in order to do that, you'll have to train it on a lot of content somehow, which is expensive. Andrea says, I want to answer my question from last week about the ISO replay of ATEM G2. I've read the manual and watched the Blackmagic presentation. And you can access the ISO record on the CF card via Resolve. Cool, thanks. I don't remember that question, so I'm glad you were able to figure it out. David says, are you doing your New Year's Eve show this year? Any guests going to be on the live stream? Probably, yes. I haven't made a plan, but we're getting to that point where I need to make a plan now, huh? It's almost just out a month out. Maybe I can, yeah, I should try to get some guests on. We'll see how we can do it. With any luck, we'll be doing it from the new house too. Well, I mean, I might be here still, but Lily should be in the new house. Her studio will be in the new house by then. Where was I? Yeah, pink sparkly jacket time. Gwen Googled it. One of the biggest differences is 4K 30 versus 4K 60. Okay, yeah, more bandwidth and stuff. But for what you're doing with the converter, it should be no issue. For Benny, says, how to get SRT on YouTube? I'm using RTMP right now. It's still not officially out of beta. I do not know their plans for it to come out of beta, but I still have it in the beta feature, and I've been using it not like 100% of the time at this rate. But I have no information about when they're gonna roll it out to more people. Bullhorn says, do you have any SRT streaming tips for firewalls? Trying to get a stream to go from ATEM Mini Pro to OBS. I can't seem to get through Windows Firewall. Oh man, I haven't used a Windows machine in a very long time, and I have not even touched Windows 11 yet. There should be a way in Windows Firewall to allow that port. It should only be a matter of allowing the port that you're streaming to OBS in. If I remember correctly, there was something in OBS that was not intuitive about getting it to work. What was it? It was... Oh man, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. There was something... I remember struggling with it, getting it working in OBS on a Mac. Sorry, I can't be more helpful. We should do a protest party for Rode not picking you. Yeah. Oh, Peter says, do you mind asking a couple more questions on the director? Can't figure out how to play one-shot music tracks. It keeps looping the playlist. Oh. Interesting. I don't know if that's... Let's turn this one on and see if I can find anything. I don't know if I will have a better answer than that. You cover so much. What's the best way to search for answers through all your media and web? So I've tried to put things on the website aaronpk.tv for this purpose. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's some little links down here. And one way to search is livestream Q&A. Because if you search for like RØDECaster in here, anytime anybody has asked a question that mentions RØDECaster, it gets indexed here. So here you can go and see all of the different past questions. Make this a little bigger. So, you know, all the way back to, oh, RØDECaster Pro, RØDECaster Pro. So, you know, a couple years worth of people asking questions. Here is a question: how are you liking the RØDECaster video? And then you click on that, and it'll take you right to that timestamp in the live stream where I showed that question on the screen. And you know, same with all of these. So that is a really good way to search through the past library. It's probably the easiest. I do also have a chapter search, but I have not been good about adding chapters to the live streams. I used to be really good about it. And yeah. Oh, apparently I haven't even fixed it to filter out house files, which also get indexed in the same database. But yeah, wow. Okay, I haven't even done it at all this year. So I used to go back and put timestamps in the live streams, and then they get indexed here. So, oh well. Also, some of those are not live streams. I wonder what's going on there. So that one's broken. Anyway, search the question link. That's better. Okay, I think I hear the Director Mini is turned on. Or Director 1, sorry, is what we're using today. So, background music. Well, it's called background music because it's going to loop. Let me add one of my songs. This is one of the reasons I have all these songs. Where are you? Oops, apparently I need to put them in the right folder. Where are they? Oops. Weird. I could have sworn I put them in here. No, why are they not there? Well, This is gonna be on my network drive then. Must be on. Oh, that's been a whole project I've been working on this week too. Is organizing my digital files and my NAS. Okay, media. Nope. Where did I put them? What? Hope I didn't lose them in the shuffle of all the reorganizing I've been doing. I wonder if they're just like on my laptop. Well, I've got to go find those. Weird. Guess it's not happening. Okay, what other music can I upload right now? I have other music. It's just not my fun AI songs. How about this one? Okay, anyway, I've got a song in there now. And we wanted to see, is there a way to play it like it was countdown music? So background music, but yeah, that's background music. That's going to be on a loop. So it is playing, and can I shuffle, repeat, single? It's meant to be background music. Yeah, it's not meant to be played like a video clip. Is there and you can't add music here, you can only add video clips here. I think that's the answer. I think you're going to have to make a video clip with the music track in it in order to really do it like countdown music. There are AI programs out there that can take old sitcoms and do text to video, where the program can create new episodes today that look no different. That's crazy. If you want to create YouTube chapters easily, I believe DJF has a workflow that creates them while you stream based on Companion and Notion. Well, that would imply that I had a plan for the stream. So the problem is that what would the chapters of this live stream even be? If I go in with a plan, I can make chapters because I know, like, I'm going to talk about this and then this and then this. But if I don't, then who knows, right? So I think the answer is I need to solve it with AI. And maybe it can come up with chapters for me. And actually, YouTube actually already does that. They will auto-generate chapters, and sometimes they are good, sometimes they're not. Can we expect a new House Files video soon? We really do need to. It's like, it's looking like an actual house now. We really need to film a video. I need to convince Lily to do that. Maybe Monday or Tuesday this week when she's off work. His chapters are user comments. So that's why I started indexing the comments automatically. And so you can search through all the comments and jump to the timestamps of those. The problem is that they don't make good chapters because I go through them so quickly. So I try to sometimes like pick related questions during this. So that would be like a potential chapter. And if I ever like, I'm going to go and like do a demo of something, that would be a good chapter. But I don't know what those are ahead of time, so it's hard to do it automatically. Can the ATEM be the SRT listener? The ATEM Mini, no. The new G2 one, I don't think it's SRT, but it does have. Well, actually, it might be. Again, I haven't actually played with it, so I don't know. But it also has the network receivers in it. So crazy cool device. I think it's going to be some. I think there's gonna be some really good network video workflows possible with ATEM once they get this out the door and their cloud switching stuff set up as well. What is the best purchase I made this year and why? That is a tough question. I think my cargo bike. I think that's my answer. Not directly video related, but it is kind of, because I have used it for doing live streams now. But streaming gear specifically, I mean, I didn't buy the RØDECaster. I did buy one RØDECaster video actually for Lily's studio, which I think actually was a good purchase. What else have I actually bought? A lot of the stuff I haven't bought, but and I would have. I don't even know how to begin. I need to make a list of all the things I bought this year. That would be a good start. If in the future, if Aaron wants to take a break, he can press an automate button where the AI can pick up at a frame rate where it'll automate him, and it'll be hard to tell where the automation started. I was actually thinking about that exact thing today because I teach this class like every 3 months or so for O'Reilly about OAuth, and I also have a video course, right? So you can, like, on Udemy, there's a video course you can go learn about OAuth from me talking in front of that gray wall for several hours, and that's great, right? But it's very different than talking with somebody live. And I'm really curious. I know Udemy's working on some AI stuff, and I haven't really dove into it yet, but I'm curious what that'll be. But the live class for O'Reilly is live. It's 4 or 5 hours long, and it's me sitting here with the green screen up and talking through the content. It's a similar structure of the content, but I make a point at the beginning to say, like, this is not pre-recorded. This is me. I'm sitting here really for reals, talking to you. So ask questions and take advantage of the fact that I'm actually here. And then I was thinking, and last time I was like, and I added, and I'm not AI, right? Like, I'm an actual person. And so then I was thinking, like, oh, well, at this point, like, we're getting to the point where it's very possible to make an AI that is very hard to tell it's AI. And I was wondering, like, could I be sitting here and then like push a button and go into AI mode where it takes over for me, but in the same setting? So I could take a little break or something. It would be very cool. Anyway, it's been discussed. Will we get a tour of the studio before the move? Well, I'm not moving out of this studio. That was part of the deal with reshuffling the rooms a couple years ago. Like, I've taken over this entire room. Oh, I have cleaned it up a little bit. I mean, the shelf is I don't have the doors on the shelves yet, but I don't think I've actually shown this on the channel since I built those, because I had to like run to something. So here's my desk, right? And then over there, I now have IKEA shelves that go all the way to the ceiling, including the accordion, the Mac, and the stand mixer on the top. And yes, those are bolted to the wall. So I took out or I didn't put in one of the dividers in the shelf, so I have room for that flight case, the blue case. It's great. Eventually I'm gonna get doors for these, but right now they're just open. But it's still a lot better than the pile of stuff that was on that desk. So massive improvement. And anyway, this is all part of the story because I am not moving out of the studio. Like, this is the studio. Why didn't I make a studio in the new house? Couple reasons. One, because I started designing the house before I had a YouTube channel, believe it or not. Well, before I was regularly actually posting videos or doing live streams. I've had the channel for a long time. So it was not a consideration in the original design. And then we also started designing it before COVID, before work from home was normal. And the room we had for the office the idea was Lily and I were going to share the room as an office, because we shared the office in the apartment we were living in. And it worked fine. But once COVID happened, I switched to entirely work from home and stopped traveling at all. And it became very clear, and all my workshops became virtual. So I was doing 4 hours a day on video, doing workshops at home, which then is not compatible with somebody else being in the same room with you at all. So the original plan of sharing that room was clearly not going to work. And then I started doing live streams on YouTube, and in addition to the workshops, and started building this room out. And at that point I was like, well, this is actually this is enough room for me. Obviously it's 12 feet by 20 feet or whatever. So why don't I just stick with this being the studio permanently, and Lily can take the office in the house. So that is now she's taken it over. It's totally themed her style and decorated by her. Definitely looking forward to doing a tour of that room once we get her video gear moved in. And but yeah, so that's the reason. It was, if things had happened differently and I had already had this channel around for a long time, I may have done that differently and put a studio in the house. But I mean, this is fine. It's 5 feet away. It's right there. It's not a big deal. What was I talking about? The shelves. Yes. I'm very excited about the shelves. I need to get them doors so that they look a little bit less chaotic, and maybe organize the stuff that's in them a little bit as well. Aaron has more SDI and fiber and XLR connectors sitting around than the CIA. The house, third floor, entryway, and roof are a studio. It's true. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully we can keep it looking nice. I'm going to try to make Lily's office not have as many wires as this. So I've been trimming down, the switching here to the RØDECaster Video means removing a lot of gear, actually. So Yeah. TVJ says, what shotgun mic do you use? I'm doing a recording today in a bank vault and need 2 shotgun mics. I'm a big fan of this microphone. It's not new. Let me grab the link for it. Where is it? It is the Audio-Technica AT875. That should be in the chat. Yeah, it is that. It works great. This is about 18 inches from my face, I think. And there I am. And I'm a big fan. The Tank 4 Pro is the first Pico projector smartphone. Pico projector smartphone? What? That has an HD built-in projector with autofocus and keystone with a laser DLP. What? And it's not Rode since they don't like you enough. I'm sure Rode has a good shotgun mic too. I just I've had this one for ages, and I was originally using like a little cheap $40 mic that was plugged directly into my camera for the studio setup, but that was before I had a mixer in here at all. And then I was using this microphone for Lily's studio, and I was like, her live streams sound really good. I should just get one more for me, and I did, and I like it. So, good story. Go and watch Linus Tech Tips' latest AI topic video. I should. I haven't watched him in a long time. While you mentioned switching gears, I remembered a piece of nostalgia that your fire stream next to the bridge. That was really quite something. That was in the early YoloBox days too. Man, where was that? What was it called? Fire, smoke. There it is. That was some bad air quality. That was, you couldn't even see across the river that day. Look at that. Can't even see the bridge. Normally that's just like a clear skies. That was, it was also way more tiring than I expected it to be, speaking without like breathing in the air. It was, I only lasted like 20 minutes or something, without the N95 mask. And, oh man, I forgot about that camera. Honestly, you can get a better picture with a phone now, directly into the RØDECaster video over NDI. And yeah, that was some serious smoke. It looks like there's a filter on the video, but that's there's no filter. It's just what it looked like. Like the white balance settings are normal. Like it's not, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, it lasted like 20 minutes, and then I was like, it was really hard to talk with that much smoke in the air. Lily's bike, my bike. Now there's some color in there. Yeah, that was fun times. That's the first appearance of Lily that I remember. Oh, I think so. AQI 180, it was way worse than 180. Way worse. It was like, I think it was like closer to 300. It was crazy. Gwen says, I primarily use the Rode NTG for shotgun. It works fine. I got it because it has crazy battery life. See, I don't want to have to replace batteries in a microphone. So this one is just a XLR powered, right? I considered the 416 when I got the Rode because it's fairly industry standard, but cheaped out and have mildly regretted since. How expensive is the Sennheiser 416? Is that one of the really expensive ones? Okay, it's like almost $1,000, so not crazy, but kind of a lot. I've never had one of those. NTG4 does also do phantom power. Okay, that's good. Laser projectors are superior to LEDs since the image from a bulb gets distorted by the ambient light. Is that true? That sounds fake. Distorted. I mean, I believe they're superior, but that sounds like a weird description of it. Anyway, I don't know anything about projectors. We'll leave that to Caleb, who is in the middle of his live stream still, probably. Gonna have to get him on as a guest. Gwen says, best work-related purchases I made this year are boring but highly useful. Cheap watch, fanny pack, tool belt to carry extra stuff while I work. That's solid. I think that's fair. I should do. I probably should have planned a video for Black Friday to get some of the revenue boosted from affiliate links, but oh well. Rich says, the RØDECaster video was my go-to, and I was so happy with it until you live stream or record for more than a few hours. Then it's just pure chaos. Really? Well, I'm gonna put it to at least a USB test tomorrow for 5 hours, so we'll see. I love the bike stream. That really hooked me to your channel. Thanks. I should really do more of those. It's just been so hard to find any time to do any prep for this between being extremely busy at work during the week and then the house projects are have been taking up a lot of my Saturdays or Sundays or both. Speaking of, I have more stuff I need to do today, and I'm gonna go put up a weather station. I want to, what was the other thing? I need to go put the cover for the hot tub finally came. I need to like actually attach the little clamps so that it can be strapped down in case there's wind. And I need to finish the order for the shades to get the motorized shades in. Yeah. Is there a handheld mobile cage for the Director Mini? Need a mobile streaming rig. The one that NX3D makes should work for that. Oh wait, no, not the Mini. It doesn't actually wrap around. So they made one for the Director 1. This is the one for the Director 1. So see how it has the where? Oh, it's sitting up there. Of course, that's where mine is. So that's the cage, and see how the little clips go over it so it won't fall out. So this it's dual purpose. It'll sit on the desk like that, but it'll also you can use it as a handheld cage. It's got like this bar in the back to give it structure. Let me, and right, 30% off right now. Let me grab my affiliate link for that. Where's the... There it is. Oh, no, the Mini one does... Did they change it? Okay, here's the Director Mini one. I could have sworn that the Mini just slid in. And now I don't know where mine... Oh, I think it's still in my bag from the trip. I thought the Mini didn't have the little clips, but it looks like it does. So there you go. I think they made a second one. Yeah, great. I'm looking forward to the hot tub stream for me next summer. We will see. Or winter. I mean, that's the whole point of having it, the heated roof deck. What's the RØDECaster video being used for tomorrow? I have a workshop I'm teaching tomorrow, 5 hours for over LA, teaching people about OAuth. So I'm going to pull up the green screen that's back here and do my little OAuth background there. And really, it's not complicated. I really just have like a I usually have a break timer on an iPad, a background, like a logo that I can cut to mute myself effectively, and then a split screen with my computer screen so I can show either slides or code on my computer screen. And I like switching that way better than using the platform's built-in screen sharing, because it's not like Zoom. Like if I was in Zoom, I would use Zoom's native screen sharing because that's going to give you a better picture. But on this On24, it neither Zoom nor YouTube. It's called On24, but it's just like the webinar platform. But the way it works is when you screen share, it like takes the place of your camera from the viewer's perspective. So there's no point in using it because I can switch faster if I'm using a local switcher, because it takes a couple seconds for it to kick in. And if I'm using the native thing. So yeah, so it's faster for me to make the layouts on the RØDECaster and then just push the buttons to switch between the different things. You can also do the with the scene builder, you can you can assign audio channels to different scenes. So I can make it so that when the logo scene is up, the microphone is muted automatically. So I don't even need to worry about separate audio control. It's great. How do you prevent the green halo when using the RØDECaster video? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should actually try it. But usually what I do is I run my camera through the Ultimate for keying, and I feed that into the RØDECaster. But we can try it with the RØDECaster, since I think I have everything set up here, pretty much. Just pop the green screen out. It's not the best lit green screen, but it works. How close am I to the edge there? Well, good test of the matte capability. So if I go to first, let's go and set up my Ultimate. I just have to go switch the graphic. I think it's that one, and then that's routed into the Ultimate, and the Ultimate is already has it configured to mask this part. So if I show you that's the green screen from the Ultimate, and what's that corner? Oh, weird. I don't know what's going on in the. Oh, maybe it's just. Oh, it is the image. So this is what people will see, and this looks pretty good. Like, I think this is great. So I will route this to the RØDECaster video. And by the time it's in the... Oh, I got to make sure I actually do the routing. So if I go to... Where's the... Patch 1, we'll get the Ultimate program. And then... so in the RØDECaster video, it's getting the output from the Ultimate, not from my camera anymore, right? So now I can switch between this and this, and I can make a layout. So that'll be my computer screen. Here, why don't I just do this while I'm here? Because I need to do this before tomorrow anyway. So I'll send patch 2 to be my computer screen. And then now I've got my camera and the computer screen, and then I can make a layout with that. And then I need to add the OAuth logo background, which is somewhere. Don't know where it went. There it is. And we will swap the background graphic. Oh, I need to put it in a media player slot. And then we can go back to scene A, change that to that background. And now I've got, I can probably crop this a little bit. This looks a little bit. I want my computer screen to be bigger for this. Probably should have made a different show while I was doing this. So I can quickly get back to that one. Oh, well. So, yeah, so now I have me for when I'm talking. I can show a computer screen with slides. What's this one? Test. Let's just delete this one. And let's change this one around. So that's my computer screen and that's my camera. And I actually want to make this custom because I like cropping that better. And then I'm going to be looking this way. So I'm going to put my face up there. Okay, so now I have two different ways to share the computer screen, depending on if I need to worry about size of it or if I'm blocking it. And I can always go full computer screen that way. And then I need I'm going to make it so that scene C is actually just the logo. And scene audio, I'm going to turn off. Where am I going to get the audio from? Probably HDMI, because I don't want to redo my microphone. So if I hit scene C, there'll be no audio then. But let's go set up the audio and add in HDMI 1 audio. Oops. Because that is that's turned off. And then wow, sorry. I forgot that the audio was routed back into it. Well, hey, it wouldn't be a stream without something like that happening. So, sorry. Yeah. So I had the RØDECaster video is plugged into back into the stream so that I can show you this screen, but you can see it's patch 1 is here, and this was going back into the stream, so it was creating a feedback loop. My bad. Clip that for a baseline sound. Now Ani is a power failure. It's true. I don't have my big battery over here, so hopefully not. Does RCV have ISO recording? Yes, it does. Okay, so is this my new AI album? Drives me crazy when folks use too small a green screen and don't know how to mask out the background that bleeds through. Yeah, totally. So yeah, let's do this green screening on the RØDECaster because that's what I wanted to show you. So I'm going to go back and instead of sending the Ultimate green screen. Oh, somebody asked what an Ultimate is. It is this box. It's from Blackmagic. It is a green screen in a box, and it's showing you a little preview of what it's doing. But it has very, very good green screening capabilities and controls, far more than I even know how to use, really. But it lets you do like we were just talking about the mask, how my green screen is missing. Like there's, this section over here that doesn't fill it. So in the Ultimate, I can actually go and like put a graphic over that blocks that out from, and it has all the settings you can imagine and more. And you can also, instead of using just images, you can feed video streams in for the different layers as well. So if you're doing fancy virtual set things, it's a fancy box. It's way overkill for what I'm doing with it here, which is just a simple green screen. But instead of sending my Ultimate out to the RØDECaster Video, let's send my camera directly. And now if we look at the RØDECaster Video, it has the green screen here. So now the question is, can we get this green screen to look good in the RØDECaster Video? So I'm going to go and try that now. We're going to go key, turn on keying, green screen. You can see it just figured out the right green. Background is transparent. And then we should be able to mask it as well. Masking, adjust. So I should be able to go and just say, I don't want that. Great. And I don't even think I need to do any of the advanced settings. And now I can show you the output directly. Oh, I do need a background that is not. Oh, right. No, background's transparent. And then if I'm going to, so now I can actually make a layout. Yeah. So now you see when I'm showing my computer screen here, it's actually, I am transparent. So I can actually go down here now and I actually kind of like this better because now I'm like not, oh, and now I have to change the crop on that too. Now that it's transparent, I actually want to see the rest of my arm. I don't want to crop it out too much. So yeah, that's cute. Now, sorry for the tunnel vision effect, but yeah, pretty good chroma key, I think. Let's show you the raw output from the RØDECaster Video. So I'm going to change the HDMI out to the program. And now you see this. And, oh, what I'm missing now is a layout that has me with the background. So I actually need to go make a new one. Oh, it would help if you were looking at the multi-view now, or my computer screen maybe. So yeah, let's go back. So here on the background, I'm going to put in that graphic, and then over here we're going to go and do camera 1. And because I've been keyed out, I have a transparent background, and I'm being placed over the logo. So I'm going to move that here. So now I've got that. I've got computer picture-in-picture, and I've got the break screen, which I'm going to move here. And this one I'm probably not going to use at this point, but I'll swap it there anyway. Cool. So this is the raw RØDECaster output. So we can, I know some people were asking, can you get the top of your head in frame? Yeah, I was sitting up too much, I guess. So this is the raw RØDECaster output, and we can actually compare it to the Ultimate because I can switch over here. Oh, I got a different background in there. That's funny. Things are slightly different. This is the RØDECaster. This is the Ultimate. God, they're really close. Is that right? Is that seriously? Am I doing something wrong? No. Okay. Let's like make extra sure by putting on the RØDECaster another layer with this like down here. Just so we're double sure. So that's the RØDECaster and that's the Ultimate. I mean, this is the RØDECaster. This is the Ultimate. This is the RØDECaster. This is the Ultimate. This is the RØDECaster. This is the Ultimate. It's really good. You can see even my glasses, you can kind of see the... I didn't think it was going to be that close. That is impressive. How do they do with movement? The edges of the mat are too good on the Rode. Too good, like in a good way. Here's the Rode again. So my frame rate is set to 60 frames a second. So I've got motion blur, and that's bad for green screening. So if there was going to be a lot of motion, I actually should change the frame rate of my camera to not be 60 frames a second. But I don't have long hair. This is why I have that dummy head with a wig. And here's the Ultimate, which again, like, probably could actually get better with the Ultimate because I've barely scratched the surface of its features. But honestly, the RØDECaster Video is surprisingly good. I think this also does just point out the fact that green screening is mostly about lighting, actually. The time to throw out the expensive gear is approaching. Change the shutter speed, not frame rate. Sorry, that's what I meant. I was saying that in my head. Yes, the shutter speed, not the frame rate. The camera frame rate stays at 30 frames a second. The shutter speed is matched to the frame rate right now. So I've got it set to, I meant the shutter angle is what I meant to say. So I usually have the camera in 180 shutter angle, which means the shutter speed is twice the frame rate, or half of the frame rate, depending on how you think of it. So it's a 60th of a second is the shutter speed, and that gives you motion blur, which normally you want because it looks better like this than if it were choppy. But because it's motion blurring, that means that the chroma keying doesn't work as well. Big difference at the edges, but for class, it's great. Oh, okay, yeah. This is the Ultimate. Oh, I can see it up there where the green screen is very dark, and the Rode did a better job of dealing with it. Can you get a chroma key that good with the ATEM minis? Good question. We can try it since we're here. I'm like 99% sure that the ATEM minis have the same chroma key engine as the Constellation now. So I can just demo it with the Constellation. Because I don't want to deal with it with the ATEM Mini. Or should I do it with the ATEM Mini? Because I'm streaming from an ATEM Mini. Let's do it with the ATEM Mini. This might get weird. But hey, that's what we're here for. So this is the ATEM Mini that is streaming. Let's, just to be fair, grab the same graphic for the background. And if I can remember where I put it, there it is. Okay, so I've got the same graphic in the ATEM Mini, and now we're going to go and do it here. So I've got to go to upstream key, chroma key, camera 1 is, oh shoot, I need to do it with camera 2. I need to change one. I need to route my camera to camera 2. Output the ATEM Mini SDI, gets the camera. Okay, now I have my green camera in the ATEM Mini SDI. So for camera 2, we're going to first do a chroma sample of around, so there's my face. So around there, yeah. And then we're going to, let's make sure we're not, okay, flying key. This actually might work. Great. So here's the flying key. This is the chroma keyed image from the ATEM. So I need to mask. Maybe not that much off of the, oops. Oh, it doesn't like the bad lighting nearly as much. Okay, let's tweak this. There we go. That's looking better. Let's change this to not be a flying key. And then if I go to the media player, this is the ATEM Mini quick key. Pretty good still, I think. Yeah. It's hard for me to tell because I'm looking at a pretty small version of it. But you let me know. This is the ATEM Mini SDI. And let's go and undo that. And this is where the ATEM interface shows its age a bit. Yeah, it's definitely not as nice. Sync seems to be off when you show us the RØDECaster video. It is... I do need to think about that. So in the RØDECaster video, which is this, oh, I can see the sync is off because I saw a frame skip. I will need to delay my audio in the RØDECaster video to match. I think it doesn't have any audio delay right now. Oh, I have 4 frames of audio delay right now. I'll need to do an audio sync on that. And then this is the Ultimate, which the Ultimate also adds a delay. So I need to test that. But yeah, this is the RØDECaster video. And the audio should be... Oh, I need to not have the delay. That's what it is. Okay, I just took out... Wait, you're not hearing the RØDECaster video audio. That's why you're saying... That's why you're getting delay. So yeah, tomorrow it's not going to happen because the audio comes into the RØDECaster video in sync already because it's delayed on my end. And I'm giving it an HDMI feed with audio in sync. And the... I need to not add an audio delay in the RØDECaster video because it's already in sync, and then it'll be going over USB into the webinar platform. You are seeing it sent back out HDMI into the ATEM, so that's where the delay is coming from. To be clear, they're both doing a great job with the background, but I'm looking at the edges of the subject. Like Nil said, spill. I need to see it on a bigger monitor for me to tell the difference here. Let's do that. Let's go and give me the program feed here. So I can see a big version of it now. And this is the RØDECaster video. Oh yeah, I can see a little bit up there. Let's see if we can tweak that. So I'll go into the RØDECaster settings here and go to the key settings and let's turn on advanced. Spill reduction. Let's see if that helps. I'm going to up the spill reduction. Let's just crank it all the way to 100. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Woo! Wow. Okay. About this one. What about smoothness? Is 40 right now. I mean, it's barely noticeable. It's certainly good enough for a video call. Softness. No, that's too much. Shadow. I mean, I think it did a pretty good job, just the default. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And then let's go back to the Ultimate. Ultimate's doing a better job of spill reduction. I don't see green up there. It's so barely noticeable, though. Are you setting on the Ultimate the out-of-box defaults? Absolutely not. I did spend a while tweaking it. I don't actually remember exactly what I did, though. Looks great. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. The RØDECaster video is doing such a good job. I personally feel like if you're not trying to composite realistically, it's probably not worth the effort to fine-tune to that extent. That's also a good point. It's not like this is a... I mean, putting it on a flat background like this also makes it more apparent in general because the background is so perfectly crisp compared to the video versus if I were trying to do, you know, make it look like I was actually in an office or something. Very close, but Ultimate is better. I mean, fair, because the Ultimate is absolutely a more powerful piece of technology that is also significantly more expensive and harder to use. But for how quickly I was able to do this in the RØDECaster and how good the result is, I'm going to give it like 5 stars. Because holy crap. Yeah. How does green screen keying compare to software solutions? Can OBS handle, for example? Should we do it in OBS? Let's try it. I have to turn off my graphics in OBS first. See, this would be a good chapter marker for the live stream. I should at least timestamp this one. Okay, so OBS is not sending to the stream now. So let's make a new scene called green screen test. And I'm going to have to first, oops. I'm going to have to first get my video feed in here, which we're going to do using a Blackmagic device. And I should be able to do it through a deck link. But I need to make sure I'm sending the right thing out to the deck link. Do I have... Oh no. The deck link is not routed into the ATEM. It might be faster to use a capture card, a cam link. Because then I can take... Why am I missing? Oh, there's one. Because now I can take a patch cable. So we're just going to use a cam link, which is also very realistic for someone who's using OBS. So I'm just going to patch that here and send my camera to that output. And now we go back to OBS, get rid of that, and we're going to go grab a video capture device. And we should see cam link. Great. Why are you not getting a picture? Let's step 1 would be getting a picture into the patch 2 should be getting the main camera. Should I try an even cheaper one? Just try a different capture card. One of these little $20 ones. Okay, let's see if it sees that. I think it's this one. Huh. Why are you not getting video? Okay, let's try something else. What happens if I grab output from the RØDECaster? Just to rule things out. Oh, weird. Okay, so it's my Blackmagic. It is my patch system that's messing this up. Weird. So it's like it doesn't like the Blackmagic converter behind there. Huh, okay. That's fun. So I have to do it this way. Okay, got that in there. I'm going to go back to the RØDECaster and turn off chroma keying. There we go. Now I'm in OBS. Okay, now we need a background, and I should have it here. Add a image. And give it that one. Okay, and drag it down below. Great. Now we do the chroma key. Been a while since I've done this. How do I do this? It's a filter or something, right? Filter. Chroma key. There we go. Okay, now we got some work to do. Green. I have to expand that a bit. Ooh. Smoothness. No. Opacity. No. Spill reduction. It's actually not too bad on the spill. But the similarity is not giving me a lot of options to get rid of. I mean, my green screen is not good. That's part of the problem, is that like this should be lit way better, to be honest. But the other ones are able to handle it a lot better. Because if I go too far over here, it's not taking enough of it away. But if I go too far this way, it's taking me out of there. So if I'm solid, which seems to be the priority, there's quite a lot up there. So maybe if I just crop, I can crop that out. How quickly can I make a mask on this? Oh, my oh, that's an actual image mask. That's more work than I want to do right now. I could make an image mask to take out the corners. Is there a... Watching me fumble around OBS. What's the difference between color key and chroma key? No idea. Okay. I guess, oh, right. I don't need to do it in the filter. I just do it here, of course. Where is it? Masking. Oh my gosh. Transform. Nope. Everyone who uses OBS is screaming at me right now. Well, why can't I get this? Why can't I get it to crop? Do I have to hold down? There it is. I have to hold down Alt. Okay. So I can at least, if I hold down Alt, I can at least get the worst parts out of there. That's not too bad now. Now I just lose that over there. I don't think it's as good. Let's see. How do I show you this output? Oh, I can show you the Ultimate, not the Ultimate, the output from the Ultra Studio, which is normally how I show the chats. So if I go over here, there, this is the direct OBS output. The delay, I'm sure the audio delay is terrible. Ignore that. But this is the raw OBS output. I don't think it's nearly as good. Also, I'm pretty sure it's like skipping a frame here and there. Do you see it? I see it. Yeah. What else do I have to like test? It's okay. But no, it's not like there's like a frame skip every now and then. Weird. So anyway, let's take that out and go back to my main graphics so I can show chats again and see what happened in the chat. Elgato cards are like USB. You have to plug it in 3 times at least. Well, it wasn't its fault. Did I plug it into the cam link? Getting ready to purchase this week the RØDECaster S or the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. Looking for the best quality for zoom and ease of use. Ease of use, 100% RØDECaster Video at this point. The mask is clearly visible and green cast everywhere and a bit fuzzy with all the converting. Yeah. RØDECaster Video, I think, wins this round for me based on how easy it was and how good it was considering how easy it was and the price. Doing that on an ATEM Mini, not only was it not quite as good, but the process of setting up the key is a lot harder on the ATEM, and not just setting it up, but also like switching it on and off, because you have to, with the RØDECaster Video, you can create these scenes, right? So I can go and say, let me put that back so that I can show you the output of that. Oh, I realized my problem. It was almost as bad as plugging in the USB microphone to the capture card. Those are my input ports. Those are my output ports. So I was plugging in an input into the capture card. What I needed to be doing was plugging in one of these into the capture card. Oops. So yeah, because this is how I get the RØDECaster video feed back into the stream. I really need to label these. Like I've been using this for years now. I feel like it's at least a year. I need to just print replacement labels. They have this nice little thing that pops out too, and I should just actually go and measure this and then reprint this piece of paper. I'm going to do that today. Okay, why am I not seeing the RØDECaster output? Device config HDMI multi-view. Why are you not showing me? Something is... Maybe the Blackmagic converter didn't like being plugged into a capture card. This is the right cable, right? Yeah. I wanted to show you the multi-view of the RØDECaster again. I probably need to reboot the converter. Oh well. We should have a weekly episode of Bad Connection of the Week. Yeah. Where are your lights located? This is a very good question. So this is, I think, what makes this work at all decently. So the lights that I have in here, how am I going to show you this? I think if I move this out of the way, then I can take this camera and show you what's going on. So I have quite a lot of lights. There's one up here, which is like 30 degrees off from me. There's another one over there, which is actually mainly to light up the wall over here. But importantly, there's the one behind me, which is this one. And that's giving me light up here. They all got disconnected from my computer, so I can't turn them on and off remotely. Sorry. But that's doing this little bit. You can see the shadow. And that's super important for the green screen because it makes it so that you like pop out of the background more. And then that's... Oh, there is also... if we go around... I don't think I can actually go far enough. Can I go this way? Oh, there's a camera. Hello. There's another light up there, which is mostly for lighting my face when I'm standing in front of that camera, but it is also giving me a little bit of light on this side. So mainly, you're seeing mainly of a light on my face from this side and then mostly backlight on that side. And then the green screen is not very well lit because it's mostly just lit by the ambient spill of the rest of the lights, which is why the edges were so bad. But the RØDECaster did a surprisingly good job despite that. So, yeah. Redo the OBS settings before the outro. I think it's already back because you're seeing the chats, and those are coming through OBS. By the way, 100 minutes. We've already blown past that now. Oh, well. I wonder if Caleb has already finished his stream. In OBS, you can just drag images into the source area. Oh, well, cool. That's how much I use OBS. Cool. Okay. I think we should wrap this up. That was a good demo of chroma keying on Ultimate, RØDECaster Video, ATEM Mini, and OBS. And I'm still going to say that the RØDECaster, I think, wins the green screen party. Was this all today done on the RØDECaster S or the regular one? Today, this is all the S. The regular one I have is not plugged in right now. So this is the one we've been using for the demos, the RØDECaster demos today. And I will make sure the link goes in the description as well. But the RØDECaster S link to the Rode brand store gives me the best commission. So buy it from them directly if you can. Okay, last question before we go. Welcome, since you're new here. If it hasn't been answered already, 2 hours late, no problem. What is your best audio recommendations when doing a live stream where I'm not seated but have to move around in a room or a garage? A lav mic, wearing a mic is definitely going to be the best. And there's a lot of options for, a lot of different options for lav mics, depending on how much you want to spend and other things. But even the cheap ones are like pretty good now. So it's mostly a matter of like, are you trying to pair it with a DJI Action or DJI Pocket, or are you trying to pair it with a RØDECaster Video? Because these can pair with wireless mics directly. So that would look like, just to give you an idea of the range of options. This is a professional pack that takes like replaceable batteries and has a little lav mic that you can hide pretty well. and it connects to a receiver that goes into a rack that you then get XLR out. This would be the DJI Mic option. Lots of different versions. This is the Mini, and you know, these things are tiny. They're pretty good. There's no external transmitter option on this, so this, you know, has to be. It's hard to hide it, so it's going to be something's going to be visible. But then this goes to either this receiver, which has USB or analog out, or compare directly to the DJI Pocket cameras, or you go to the Rode option, and these will pair directly into the RØDECaster Video, which is a really neat option. The DJI, not minis, but the other slightly bigger ones, they do have a lav input if you want to use a DJI mic that has a lav. Please learn how to do a lav at the end of a wire on your collar or under your clothes. I'm tired of seeing the little black boxes attached to people, especially hats. The hat one is so funny to me. People clipping it on their hat. I know I've seen it in ads for that, so it must be why, but I agree. It's super silly. I don't hate it when you, if you take this and put just the little clip on this way. I don't hate it. So, it doesn't look like a mic, at least, but it is annoying that it's a DJI logo. But I agree that, like, it's not the best look to have it be visible like that, even though it's the easiest. So having the some sort of little, I can't remember which one. I think the Rode. Is this a Rode? I think this is Rode. Some of them will come. Yeah, this is a Rode one. So some of them will come with the little lav mic attachments, and then you can put that. Even if this is visible, it at least doesn't look as crazy. But then you can sometimes actually hide it completely depending on your clothing. Oh my god, I saw a guy clip it to his glasses once. This is too heavy for glasses, I will tell you that. Let's try this. This is a hilarious idea. Oh my god, I hate it. Wait, other way around. So the mic is pointing down. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, it's so uncomfortable, and it's in my vision. Now it doesn't slide. Wow, I look like a robot. Let's put one on the other side, too. Oh, great, and the light is on both sides. Perfect. No notes. Why is it not on? Oh, the other light is not the is not green, so I don't get lights on both sides. Let's clip it the other way around then. There we go. Perfect. Now you get stereo audio of me talking. I am Aaron of Borg. Yes. It's beautiful. I don't know what to say. One for L and one for R. Yeah, you get a stereo representation. This definitely must be the AI Aaron stream. I don't think AI could come up with this. Thanks. Yeah, Google Glass, but DJI mic. Now do 5.1. Yeah, we need the rear mic and the, oh my god, this is out of control. Now we're done. Thanks everybody. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the chats. Let's put this away, and I will get back to my various projects. Thanks to the extreme supporters, Larry, Andre, Kevin, and Marcin, and thanks to all the other channel members as well for your support. It means a lot. It's how I can keep doing this stuff on the stream here. And we'll be back same time, same place next week for another week of this nonsense, and maybe clip some other microphones to my face. But hey, it was legitimately a fun demo of the green screen, so thanks for the questions there. That was really interesting, and I was a little bit surprised by the results. Oh my god, just add a GoPro. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But anyway, if you are a channel member, or if you were gifted a channel membership last week or the week before, make sure you've clicked through to the members section in YouTube and find a link to the members Discord, where we hang out throughout the week and chat about whatever is new and what's going on, and see some behind the scenes photos and my house projects that are going on. And oh yeah, have a great holiday for those who celebrate next week. I almost forgot. And that means it might be the end of pumpkin season, so those might have to disappear next week. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.